Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Miss, and today I'm actually going to be showing you guys 5 illegal moves that people in football, well, I mean, you might lose a game, not like a penalty, but you know, and this can actually turn into you losing the match and you just getting kicked out of the tournament because that was the bubble and you really needed to win. So every single little detail in field, because Imperial Order says negate all spell effects on the field. So it might be like, what the heck? I don't get it. Like, Imperial Order literally says negate all spell effects on the field. It's exactly like Skill Drain. That is actually incorrect. It is not like Skill Drain. Skill Drain says negate if you go like Farm Girl and, you know, just try to tag out. Yeah, well, I mean, the moment you leave the field, you're no longer on the field, so you're resolving on the field, sure, simply because it was illegal, and that is just no exception. So if you try to go Crackdown Steal VFD, this is what's going to happen. So my opponent is going to declare whatever water, I'm going to chain, and now some people might actually believe that VFD would apply to the opponent now, because on resolution, VFD is now on my field, so it's not going to affect my opponent, it's still going to affect me. And because of that, if I try to normal summon a Deep Sea Diva and use its effect, no, I can't. I just simply can't, because, yeah, VFD is still applied to me. So make sure you are seriously aware of this. And if you're not actually sure, just ask a judge or something, because it is 100% free, and if anything, it can save you quite a lot of time and can avoid you some losses at bigger events. So yeah, anyways, misplay or illegal move number 3. All right, this is a gigantic illegal move. So let's just say I have Needle Sealing and my opponent has 4 monsters on the field. All right, and I use Needle Sealing and my opponent chains Zodiac Drancia to destroy one of the monsters on the field, and now all of a sudden, instead of having 4 monsters on the field, there's now 3 monsters. You can kind of compare this to Duelist Alliance with like having a Pendulum Scale on the field and then your opponent chaining MST to destroy your Pendulum Scale. Still get destroyed, and the reason for that is because this is only a requirement to activate the card. That's it, that's all. It doesn't matter if on resolution there's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monsters. Cards try to resolve as much as they can, given that you are allowed to legally activate them in the first place. So it's literally just that simple. And with Needle Sealing becoming more and more popular, I'm going to make a full review on this, by the way, soon enough. This is definitely something that you might be seeing, especially when people are also playing Zodiac Drancia, so yeah, just make sure you're aware. Anyways, once again, illegal move number 4. Alright, so this, I want to say honestly, is probably one of the weirdest rulings out there, but it makes total sense. So read Conductor Tyranno. It can pretty much attack every monster your opponent controls. Now, does this mean that you can attack every monster and attack directly? Not too sure about that. So my opponent will attack me directly with Conductor Tyranno, and I attack me, but I'm gonna say no, I'm just gonna sponge your attack, because I can summon monsters that have like higher attack all of your monsters. No, that's actually an illegal move, because this is kind of treated as a card of Conductor Tyranno, so even if you're allowed to attack every monster your opponent controls, you still you're not allowed to, I guess I want to say, just cheat the system, cheat the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! And just say, oh, just because my monster can attack like every monster you control, I can attack again. You really cannot do that. So not only is this an illegal move on like online simulators, which for the most part represent accurately the game, the next misplay or the next illegal move like obviously doesn't, because you're gonna see it soon enough. But yeah, no, Conductor cannot attack my monsters again because it already attacked directly. So it's once again just that simple. You obviously only need to know this. You don't really need to know the intricacies, like why is this the case. But if someone asks you, well, just tell them, okay, yeah, well, you can conduct like a second attack, and that's treated as a second attack. It kind of has nothing to do with the effect of the card at this point. Anyways, once again, 5th and final illegal move. Alright, so this is something that I technically showed in my combo video for Virtual World, my most recent one, where I did something that was illegal. I didn't know it was illegal because EDO Pro allowed me to do this, and this actually creates a whole new debate for, I guess, DB players, EDO Pro players. Which platform should you, like, use to learn? Honestly, it's really hard to answer because EDO Pro uses OCG ruling, which is weird because most players who use EDO Pro are TCG players anyways, but it was a project that was started out in like by OCG players, so I guess it does make sense. And it's I mean, is going to happen? Can I summon my Nyan Nyan or can I not summon it? The answer is you cannot summon Nyan Nyan, and the reason for that is because Nyan Nyan actually says if a level 3 monster is normal or special summoned while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon it. However, GG can will actually send the Nyan Nyan while summoning itself in the like simultaneously. So since it says while, basically the card already had to be there before the monster was, you know, just summoned back. So pretty much if you go Lao Lao, pitch Nyan Nyan, and then revive back another monster, then Nyan Nyan can revive itself back, because yes, Nyan Nyan was technically already in the graveyard the moment you summon the other monster. It's technically not simultaneous anymore. But this, unfortunately, won't work. And if you try to play it out on EDO Pro, it's going to allow you to do it. So this is one of the rare situations where even like in the OCG, that's illegal. In the TCG, it's 100% illegal. The rules for the OCG and the TCG are not identical, but you should not be able to do this whatsoever wherever you are. So yeah, just make sure you're not getting used to do improper, I guess, just Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, just yeah, don't like play clean and ask people honestly when you're not sure. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say for this, I guess, video on how to avoid getting cheated on, or avoid cheating, actually. That's also a thing. And if you guys have any comments or feedback, or I guess other things that we should all honestly learn from, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And once again, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.